Okay, Gene Bosler here, Fulshear, Texas, November. I'm going to spend a little more time on this tree. Again, this is a live oak upon which we conducted a root invigoration procedure. It's common sense. Cultivate the soil when you plant tomatoes. You want to decompact, aerate, and incorporate compost, organic matter into the soil. So why not apply the same principle to trees and shrubs? Well, if you used a rototiller, you tear up the roots, right? So why not use an air spade? And I do give at this point in my usual spiel, I want to mention the folks at Urban Harvest who say you don't need to disturb the soil. You're really just retarding the natural soil biology, which I guess is true if you're not talking about construction backfill. But compost tea, for example, is only going to work if you've got organic matter in the soil into which you pour it. Whereas if you apply organic matter, it's the field of dreams. If you build it, they will come. The soil biology is going to build up incredibly quickly. We've seen earthworms on very, very soon after construction. I don't know if they came with the compost or what, but it doesn't take long for soil biology to build up. So anyway, decompact the soil, remove some of the constricting roots, and something that act as simple as just excavating the root collar can be the immediate effect. But we can assume that there's a flush of new fibrous feeder root growth. But what really turns me on is all of this new growth. This is all just happened since Tuesday. Today's Thursday. Tuesday was the day it rained, and it rained all day Wednesday. And this is really the first time the sun's come out. So this is like foliage in the last 48 hours. This is not a false spring, as it might initially appear. These live oaks put out flushes of foliage after rain events like no other species I've observed. Critics will say that I haven't observed many species other than live oak. It is the species I've worked with the most. But let's face it, these live oaks will put on flushes of foliage after rain events, and not just in the Texas Hill Country. And these guys here in this part of Texas, I find them keeping their leaves all the way up until President's Day, which is like third week in November. And so there's a new flush of foliage on this recently completely dumped tree. This is why I came here. This is, of the other 8 that we did the root invigoration on, this is the one we were really concerned about because it had dropped all of its leaves, and that was, 3 weeks ago. So it's dropped even more, but all this new flush is very encouraging. Thanks for tuning in. Feel free to leave any comments.